Label. Color enhancements disabled.
Alright, sorry about that. Right. What's happening, everyone? This is the Reside. And yes, here are my thoughts on the conclusion. Just after the conclusion of match 5 between West Indies and Ireland at the Saxton Oval in Nelson. Right. First of all, I'll have to admit I did not catch the first innings because I thought this match was starting at 10:30. Eastern Standard Time, but apparently it started 5 hours earlier. Excuse me. Right. Well, congratulations, Ireland. West Indies put on a score of about 304 for 7, I believe. At one point, they were 100 off for 5, and then there's a huge partnership involving Darren Samuel and somebody else, which helped them get to the 304. Apparently, Lyndall Simmons was actually asked that whether they thought 300 was a decent target. He said we should have gotten 340, and actually, come to think of it, they're right, because this was holy crap. This was rape. This was rape of Jason Holder's narrow ass. Okay, and this is rape of pretty much all the selectors who decided to select somebody with no experience to captain a team going into a World Cup with all your injuries, with all your out of form players, with all the players that cannot bowl, that have bowling restrictions like Marlon Samuels, or that have doubts overall like Sunil Narayan. Right. This has been the story with Ireland all for a long time, hasn't it? They keep proving people wrong, and they keep getting turned down for a chance to advance in cricket. Look at it this way: 2007, they beat Pakistan. They went into the Super 8s, and they beat Bangladesh. 2011, they beat England I don't hold that win as in a high regard, anyways, because the Chinnaswamy Stadium is a piece of shit. The Chinnaswamy Stadium, Australia played Kenya, and no disrespect to this man, but Colin Zaboya made 96 not out against Australia. Don't let that die on you. Against Australia, Kenya, who did not even qualify for this World Cup, Colin Zaboya made 96. Okay. Then over here you had the 300 chase down. Now, interesting statistic was brought up by the commentators that South Africa, a 300 plus total has been chased down 6 times successfully in World Cup cricket. Excuse me. And 3 of those belong to Ireland. So my thing is, the match overall, there was bad bowling, bad fielding, and just bad captaincy. Oh God. Why are you bowling so short in a small ground? Why are you bowling so short? Why are you coming so round the wicket to a right-handed batsman? Why are you coming so around the wicket and expecting it not to be a wide? What the fuck? This was just bad. This was like I said, this was rape of Jason Holder by 11 Irishmen. 11 Irishmen all together raped Jason Holder. Jason Holder's credibility. Right, Paul Sterling, he did his thing, magnificent thing. Niall O'Brien did his thing. Ed Joyce, the guy that he is, experienced guy, It's almost 1 a.m. over here, so you can understand. And he did a thing. Well, yeah. For Irish cricket, where do they go from here? Because I want to see them. I want to see them in, like, before Afghanistan. I want to see them as a test playing nation. And yes, the ICC had this problem, so they switched to the big boss and the two subordinate system. It's not a big three system; it's the big one and the two subordinates. It's India and its two subordinates, England and Australia at the moment. And if they can't ameliorate this situation, if they can't find a solution to expanding cricket, that means they're not doing their job. It's like an election, if you will, or like where a new leader comes in and cannot ameliorate the problems that the old leader faced. In fact, he's just letting the problem go on and adding more problem to it. He's just increasing the taxes, just without proper results. Same thing. The 2019 World Cup, 10 teams. What the fuck? 10 teams. So yeah, the big three hypocrites are not doing the job. Especially perhaps the biggest hypocrite of them all, the BCCI. Then if they fail to expand cricket in this manner, they're not doing their job. They're absolutely not doing the job, because Ireland and Afghanistan have been knocking on the door for a very long time. I'm like, if you don't expand, like, if this goes on, believe me, cricket will become the laughing sport, of of the sporting world in about 30 years, in about a period of 30 years. Okay, and like for now, I'll just keep my thoughts, like I'll keep my opinion about what I really think about the BCCI and India's influence in cricket. I'll just keep that to myself for the moment, and their attitude. But yeah, congratulations to Ireland and West Indies. West Indies are perhaps the worst prepared team in this World Cup at the moment, because they have come in with nothing but problems. And the problems, like you could see, the players did not want to really give a fuck when they pulled out of the India series, and they had a huge lawsuit on their hands. So I feel bad for a country's cricket, which perhaps once boasted the most dominant legacy in the last century. Perhaps the most dominant legacy. I mean, okay, after Bradman's Australia. After Bradman's Australia, you had the West Indies. And to see that cricket come down to what it is right now, it's awful, it's shameful, and it's, you have to ask yourself, really, who is to blame? Alright, and that's about it. Looking forward to comments and suggestions. This is Tanveer Side signing out. Please do let me know your thoughts and feedback. Oh, and by the way, tomorrow is going to be an interesting game for me to cover. Tomorrow is going to be Scotland versus the United Arab Emirates. It's going to be an interesting game for me to cover.